Welcome you all to my channel. Let's learn. Dear students, in the last part, I have already told you about the full verb or main verb and about auxiliary verb. And now we will start our today's discussion. You know, I have already told you that there are two types of auxiliaries. One is primary auxiliary and another is modal. And primary auxiliary is divided into three types. One is be verb, second one is do verb, and third one is have verb. Now, I am going to discuss about be verb and its uses. Now, you see, I will discuss about the use of be verb in 19 points. The first point is, you see, in the negative and interrogative, be follows the auxiliary pattern. For example, in negatives, he isn't coming. Isn't is the be verb. And in case of interrogative, was he waiting? Was is also the form of be verb. And the second point tells us be takes the full infinitive. For example, they are to wait for us at the station. And the third point is be can be the only verb in a sentence. That means it can be used as the main verb of a sentence. For example, he is lazy. Then about fourth point, be is the verb normally used to denote the existence of or to give information about a person or thing. For example, Tom is a carpenter. The dog is in the garden. Malta is an island. The roads were rough and narrow. Gold is a metal. Peter was tall and fair. Now you mark the different forms of be verb used in these sentences. I have already told you that different forms of be verb are am, is, are, was, were, be, been, being. You must remember these forms. These are different forms of be verb. And then about fifth point, be is used to express physical or mental condition. For example, I am hot or cold. Hot or cold is also a mental condition. He was excited or calm. They will be happy or unhappy. Then about sixth point, with certain adjectives we can use be verb. For example, quiet, noisy, good or bad, wise or foolish. It is possible to use the continuous form of be. Continuous means progressive form of be. For example, Tom is being foolish. Being is the progressive form of verb be. The children are being quiet. This is the use of progressive form. Then about seventh point, be is used for age. For example, how old are you? I am 10 or I am 10 years old. But not I am 10 years. You will not say like this, I am 10 years. You can say I am 10 years old or I am 10. Then about eighth point, size and weights are expressed by be. For example, how tall are you? Or what is your height? I am 1.65 meters. How high are we now? We are about 20,000 feet. What is your weight? Or what do you weigh? Or how much do you weigh? I am 65 kilos or I weigh 65 kilos. Now you mark the use of be verb here. Then about ninth point, be is used for prices. In case of price, we can use be verb. For example, how much is the melon? What does this melon cost? It is rupee 1. Then about 10th point, when a noun representing an indefinite person or thing is the subject of the verb be, we normally use a there plus be plus noun construction. Now you mark this construction. A policeman is at the door, but there is a policeman at the door would be more usual. That means we use this construction more than that construction. Then about 11th point, when be is used to mean exist or happen or take place, the their construction is necessary. For example, there is a mistake or there are mistakes in this translation. Then about 12th point, there plus be plus something or nothing or anything plus adjective is also possible. For example, is there anything wrong with your car? No, there is nothing wrong with it. Then I will proceed to point number 13. A noun or someone or something, etc., could be followed by a relative clause. For example, there is a film I want to see. There is something I must say. Or by an infinitive, we can say there is nothing to do. Then about 14th point, their construction can be used with another auxiliary plus be. For example, there must be no doubt about this. There may be a letter for me. Or with seem plus be, appear plus be. For example, there seems to be something wrong here. Now, I will proceed to point number 15. There is used above is always unstressed. Be careful not to confuse there used in this way with there stressed used as an adverb. For example, there is a man I want to see. That means he is standing by the door. Compare with there is a man I want to see means this man exists. And then about point number 16. It is plus adjective and there is plus noun. Now, you mark these constructions. It is foggy. There is a fog. That means it is a foggy means there is a fog. It was very wet or there was a lot of rain. It will not be very sunny or there will not be much sun. And then point number 17. It is, there is of distance and time. That means we can use it is or there is in case of distance. Now, we will take some examples. It is a long way to York. There is a long way still to go. That means we have many miles still to go. It is time to go home. Means we always start home at 6 and it is 6 now. Then there is time for us to go home and come back here again before the film starts. That means that amount of time exists. Now about point number 18. It is used for identity. There is plus noun or pronoun. For example, there is someone at the door. There is someone. That means here the construction is there is plus noun or pronoun. Then I think it is the man to read the meters. There is a key here. Is it the key of the safe? Now I will proceed to the last point, that means point number 19. And it is about it is used in cleft sentences and also there is. For example, it is grandmother who makes the decisions. Means the grandmother, not any member of the family. This is all about the 19 points of be verb and its uses. And this is all about my today's discussion. And in the next part, means part 6, I will discuss about the use of the verb have. Thank you for watching the video, and if you like my video, then please like, comment and share, and don't forget to subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon to get the notifications of my new videos. Thank you all.